right, folks, welcome back. Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today is January 2nd, 2024, and we have a very, very special guest, lady I've been tracking down for about a year now. We even had some difficulty here trying to get this interview on here in the last few minutes, but she's the founder of two very important Facebook groups for the Black family, if you ask me. So without further ado, I would like to introduce y'all to the incomparable Nikki Jenkins. How you doing, Miss Jenkins?
I'm good. Thank you.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
well.
No, thank you. I'm telling you, we're very gracious to have you here. For all of you who don't know, Miss Jenkins and her husband, they founded two groups, two Facebook groups. Um, boys, Black boys play baseball and Black girls play softball. And if you've
Yes.
been paying attention to anything in the spring for the past probably 10, 15 years, these have been topics of discussion, within the community and in the sports community. I mean, as far as ESPN and Fox FS1 and everybody talks about this, the paucity, Stephen A. Smith likes to say, of Black baseball players and how the numbers are declining. And Ms. Jenkins and her husband have created a group that's kind of that seems to have increased the participation by themselves. Is that right?
Yes. I just created the group and the group monstered itself and we here.
Right. There you go. We here. Where is that? That's Texas, correct?
Yes, I am located in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. All right. So what made you get interested in baseball and softball yourself? Were you or your husband playing as kids or something?
My husband played a little baseball. He grew up in a baseball family where his dad played baseball, his uncles played baseball. Me and personally never played. I have three boys who play baseball.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And we played like 1 or 2 years in rec to where my husband understood, like, okay, we need to kind of take this to a new level. So we joined the travel world.
Oh, wow.
So dealing with three boys in a real expensive industry, seeing something, seeing this and seeing that, it's like, I don't see much of us out here, but I do know we're out here.
Absolutely.
So, as people would say, or try to give us the label, special as Black women, we get angry. When we get angry, it goes from there. And one day I just said, you know what? Black boys do play baseball. And I need to get a community out here. I need to talk to some moms in the city or something and see if they're experiencing the same things that me and my husband experienced with our kids, with our boys. And
go ahead.
say it
I'm
one more
sorry.
time.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so I just woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna make a Facebook page, and was only looking for like local, like people to communicate with locally. And overnight it became nationally, just out of the blue. So it was like, yeah, I kind of woke up to just this monster on my doorstep.
No, I mean, it's a beautiful monster because you've gotten over 15,000 people in the baseball group. What about the softball group?
So I think we are at 17 on the base.
17,000?
I believe so. Let's take a look. Let's scoot you over just a little bit. I believe we are at 17. And I think the Black girls is at 15. I haven't checked. I kind of just on the Black girls play softball side, that is being fully ran by Jerry Alexander, really cool friend, really good guy. So he kind of handles that, and I kind of really pay attention to the guys group because that's the monster that takes it all.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Before we continue,
mhm.
I want to send a special shout out to Jax Ranger. He's a
Yes,
member of the group, and he kind of hooked me up with Miss Jenkins because I was like, who founded this group? Because I was amazed by it.
yes,
The amount of people and everything in it. You know what I mean?
yes. He's
So
the voice, and he's the voice of that group. Because
there you
I
go.
kind of stay back. I kind of just really monitor. I don't say too much. I kind of let the group do its thing and let the community do their thing and get seen. I don't like to kind of put myself on that type of pedestal or in that type of limelight. That's not my character at all. So yeah, Jax does amazing work, and he is the voice in that group, and I really appreciate him
Absolutely.
for that.
Absolutely. He told me. I told him one time we were talking about inside baseball. Uh, players crowding over the plate, and I was like, look, you flip a bat. No, we were talking about flipping bats. I said, if you flip a bat unnecessarily against my team, don't get upset if we throw inside. He was like, yeah, come on down here in Texas and play that inside baseball. See what happens to you.
See
I
what
said,
happened.
okay, bro. He
Yeah,
didn't need to say no more. I got it.
yeah, we have me and my husband have a baseball organization here in San Antonio. So we get to travel a lot, and they say, you know what, y'all play baseball just a little bit different in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. I
Just a
mean, so
little bit
earlier
different.
earlier you talked about some of your experiences as a mom, and you and your husband. What were some of those experiences?
Um, for one, they just automatically assume that my kids all go in the outfield. So I
Hmm.
have three boys and they're all different age. At their current age is 11, 14, and 15. At
Hmm.
that time, my youngest was playing 9U. He was 7 years old and he was playing
Hmm.
9U.
Oh wow.
And they all, for some reason, and they all built differently. My kids are built differently. So they all were just placed in the outfield, or they wasn't getting the play time that they deserve, or they wasn't getting the attention like everybody else did. And what made me angry is we had a scrimmage. That's just how important the game was. It was just a scrimmage before the season started. And my middle son was on third. And my husband had taught him to steal home. And, he was the only black boy out there on his team. And he was only, black boy out there, period. And
Hmm.
he was on third. My husband had taught him to steal home. And so my son felt like, this is a scrimmage. This is a good time for me to try it out. And successfully stole home. And his coach, and which was the head of the organization, um, he was like, "That's Butch Lee. We don't do that." I mean, just kind of, yeah, just kind of out there on the field, right there in front of everybody. And so I'm like, that that's a wrap. That's a wrap. So it was really good to turn around that next season and have my organization play that organization. That organization is no longer in San Antonio.
Oh, where is it? Is it still in existence? Are you still
It's
playing?
not.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay, but
They
that's
were
good though.
sold. They sold the company to a different organization.
Man, no, that's good though because you turn that negative into a positive, for your
Yes.
children. So that's
Yes.
what the parents are supposed to do, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. So do your kids play other sports?
My youngest played basketball. Other than that, my two oldest boys, they eat, breathe, sleep baseball.
Okay. Okay, so they've I guess they've gravitated to baseball more than the like football or basketball or something.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so do they get teased by by their black peers like, oh, you playing that white man sport, that type? Because I got a lot of that when I was a kid.
Did you? No, absolutely not. They think it's cool, and a lot of them, because they're eighth grade, and my oldest is a freshman in high school, and a lot of the kids like, man, I want to come out and play, but you never played before, to try to jump in at the age of 13, 14 and try to jump in and start learning the game with a select team, that's just like impossible. So a lot of kids is like, man, I want to play baseball. And man, oh, that's cool. You play baseball? Oh, that's good. And they like, why you don't play football? Come play football. And my kids like, no, that's not for me. Y'all can keep the football. I'll stay right here.
I hear you. I hear you. What? Let me ask you: were you surprised or overwhelmed or anything adverse to the expenses of summer baseball when you first got into
Absolutely.
it?
Absolutely. We were easily paying over 1,500 a month.
A month,
Easily. Yeah, that's easily.
right? For
Yeah,
what? For each kid or all three of them
for
combined?
all three.
Okay, so that's still what about $5,000 a summer, right?
Hmm.
Or a little more,
That's
right,
not,
right
not
around there.
even including, yeah, that's not including uniforms and that's me saying easily. So that's me rounding because that's been about 5 years since we've been a part of an organization of somebody else's organization.
Oh wow. Oh, but you do run your own one still, right?
Yes.
What's the name of that? Go ahead and shout it out.
Black Mambas Baseball Club. Look us up on Facebook and look us up on our website at Black Mamas Sports Club now because we have a basketball team now.
Is that Mama's
Mambas.
MOMMA?
Mambas.
Oh, like Kobe.
Like Kobe.
Okay. All right. So what's your oldest son? He's going into high school, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, what position does he play?
Well, he's a catcher. He is, yes, he catches, he pitches, and short or third. Where he plays.
Okay. Now as I'm sure you already do, but there's a former major leaguer who's a black catcher in your group. Black boys that play baseball.
Somebody always tell me when somebody real special in a group, and I'm like, really? I never know.
You never know. Yeah, Carl Nichols. He's been on this show before.
Oh,
Carl
Carl,
Nichols.
yes, I know Carl.
Yeah,
Yes,
out of Atlanta. He's on there, and he's always talking about
yes, I
how
know Carl. Yes,
yes, he talks about how he even while he was in the majors, people would say to him like, "Hey, I remember you were that black catcher," because there's very few black catchers in baseball. Is that something that you guys were kind of worried about or anything like that?
yeah. Um, in my organization, I have this season I have, or right now we're still in the middle of. I'm not in the middle. Yeah, in the middle of finalizing the season, the rosters for the season. So right now we currently have 4.5 teams.
Oh wow,
If we go off of the fall season, we had 6 teams.
nice.
Um, and out of that, we had, so that was a total of like 52, 53 players, if I'm guessing correctly. Out of that, we had 31 Black players. Um, and out of those players, we only have, well, actually, my husband's starting to groom them. So we have 3. They gonna kill me if I get it wrong. 3 Black players, which is 2 of my sons.
Okay. Now, so let's talk about the group again here, because as I caught a little flack in there just from just being there talking. I'm not thinking it's about people and their kids. I'm thinking that talking about just black baseball topics such as
Yes.
the showmanship, flipping bats, cats like Jazz Chisholm
Oh
and
yeah.
certain players. What exactly would you like to see in that group?
No,
In both
that's
groups,
something I need to do because my team, my organization, we show our swag. They hate it. We do. We talk trash like it's football. We
uh-huh.
talk trash like it's basketball. Our parents chant. Our kids do their little dance. My husband allowed them to be them. He
Mm-hmm.
said that is most important, especially with Black kids coming from different organizations. He wants you to be you. So
Uh-huh.
what I think about it, I love it. I want to see more because that's us being us.
Right. Right.
You
No, I
know,
got you.
So I'm for that. I mean, a lot of people might say, "Oh, that's just showmanship. Don't do all that stuff." But when it comes to kids, especially young Black kids, and this is a in our area, we're trying to get them to play. So we're select, but then we are on a cheaper end. We try to keep it very, cost effective so we can kind of gather them, hurry up and kind of train them and ease them into the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we gain a lot of Black players because a lot of them were football players who don't even want to play football no more. So um allowing them to still be them as what they would do on the football field,
Uh-huh.
being able to say you can still do it on baseball field. You're not on these other teams probably, but be you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as your organization is growing, how are you guys being received in, like at some of these tournaments and whatnot? Because like I said, or kind of like what you said as well, as an umpire, I can go a whole weekend doing a tournament, whether they 9-year olds or 16, 17-year olds, and I might see 2 Black kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, how are you guys received at these tournaments?
Oh man, we get a lot of positive feedback. A
Okay,
lot. Um and then they like to play us because we make it interesting.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we have our walk-up songs and it's what we like.
Right.
you know, our in between in the music is what we like, and we gonna get up and they gonna play the cha-cha song. We gonna do that, you know. So they like it, but then when it comes to real to when it's like, okay, let me talk a little trash to them. Oh, we starting that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then that's the type of stuff they don't really like because you want to push a button a little bit and then they don't like the feedback. Well, we're not going to be disrespected. My organization, let's just put it like that. My organization is not my parents, they don't take that. And some people kind of like, I don't like them. But when we have blues, man, I love playing against y'all. Y'all make the game fun. Y'all make being out here easy. It's just different when you guys play. And we've a lot of people from year one, they were like, who's that team? Oh, that's the Mambas. Oh, there go the Mambas. We stand out with our uniforms. We
Mm.
look totally different than we don't just wear the dry fit,
Uh-huh.
and knickers and we have our shout out to Aaron's Tees, our Black owned. He does our uniform,
Okay.
and we never look like anybody else anywhere we go.
That's what's up.
But
So, okay, you guys are into the fashion of it as well.
yeah, we go all in.
Okay, okay. But you don't like to see the boys wearing knickers?
I mean, yeah, knickers is fine, but I'm just saying, like, you know, from what we see here in Texas, let's
Okay.
just say that because I'm not quite sure. And we traveled to Destin, so we've seen teams from Oklahoma, we've seen teams from New Orleans, we played, teams from all over. So, in for the youth, it's just okay, let me just give you a dry fit, throw your number on the back, probably give you a name, some, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, give you some white knickers, and that's it. And that's fine. Trust me, that's fine. But our kids, they're different. So our uniform is very different. I mean, the pants is going to be custom. So if you mess up your pants, you're not going to go to Dick's to be able to get those pants. Those have to be made. So on some instances, on some uniforms that we have had, our kids like to wear their chain. We take them to MLB games. We take them to college games. We take them to different games so they get to see what the baseball players look like. So what
Absolutely.
they he has his chain. Oh, let me get a chain. And that's become the trend of wearing the chain. Look good, play good. So that's my
Absolutely.
husband, which is he runs the sport side of our organization. And that's his motto. When you look good, you play good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. let me ask you this: what about like new parents that either come in, whether it's the Facebook groups or to your actual organization? What are some of the things they say coming in that may have surprised them about baseball and whatnot?
This is a good instance, and she's one of my team moms, Vanessa. Hey girl. Um, she said, you know what? We went to Beaumont, Texas for the World Series. We take our kids to the World Series every season. Um, and so we were short a player. One of our players couldn't go. So we put a post out, hey, looking for somebody who can come out to Beaumont. She immediately responded and say, "Oh my God, we played you guys this spring. We just said, oh my God, I wish we could be a part of that team." And she was like, "We'll come. We'll whatever we need to pay." And this was like maybe a week or 2 weeks notice. And this is a week trip of
Mm-hmm.
playing baseball. So she was like, "We'll come." Lo and behold, this is about to be her second season with us. And she said, "Man, when we used to play, I used to be like, man, I wish we was a part of that team because how I run my organization is when I was a part of different organizations, I was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
No other parent talked to me. I didn't have anybody to really connect with. So it was just always me by myself or my husband.
Mm-hmm.
But it was usually just me because we were always split because we have three boys that play. So when I made my organization, I make sure I made my organization as a family environment.
Absolutely.
So everybody talking to everybody. It's just not these little cliques or whatever. It's an experience for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the parent don't not gonna want to be out here 6 hours, they're not gonna bring their kids.
Absolutely.
So I had to create an environment that wasn't just for the kids, that was also a fun environment for my family, for and they become friends, close friends. They meet outside our organization and everything. So, I just kind of created something that just wasn't about baseball, but being a family and the kid. And from that, people don't want to leave. They don't want to ever give me no break or anything.
I hear you. I hear you. That kind of reminds me of Michael Maiden. He's also in your group. He's
Hmm.
former major league scout. Uh, he's been on the show. He's trying to revive the Negro leagues and
Yes.
have like a Negro minor league. He was on like Roland Martin recently.
Yeah.
Um, he he talked about when he started coaching, he was having problems getting sponsorships and whatnot. Just because it was a black organization or whatnot. Is that something that you had to
Hmm.
encounter?
Right. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it comes to a point to where we have, there are other Facebook groups locally to
Mm-hmm.
try to let us know, people know that we're out here. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and like the owners of those sites, they don't want to even post our stuff or anything like that. We do have a lot of local small businesses who would help.
Okay.
Um, and been so grateful for them. But me, you can tell me no a million times, and I'm just gonna go around you. I'm always gonna figure out how to make it continue to make it convenient for my kids, for my families, for them to play baseball. But it is very difficult. Yes.
Absolutely. I can just imagine. See, I guess maybe it was a generation or two ago, whatever. But I played baseball. We our school team was our summer team. It would go from by grade level. Ninth graders, played on this summer team. We didn't have to, go through all that. So I'm just like, when I hear these stories of the monies and whatnot, I'm just like, wow, was it that bad? So
Yeah.
you're doing Yalman's work with that. I can tell
Yeah.
you right now firsthand.
It's very difficult to try to even with. I have a foundation called the Jenkins Sporting Group Foundation.
Okay.
And even with that, mentioning Black Boys Play Baseball, mentioning that's difficult. I haven't received anything from that. Anything. So I'm slowly been trying to figure out how to grow this and make it other than a Facebook page.
Okay.
So I've been working on marketing for clothing. So I'm working on that so we can
Okay.
start trying to build a fund somewhere because it's time for us to come together. So that's something that we've been trying to work on, is trying to find the perfect time to get us all together, to do a camp, to do a showcase, to get us all together underneath one diamond to see what that's going to look like.
Oh, okay. Now, what you mentioned clothing. Is that t-shirt you're wearing? Is that some of the clothing you're talking about?
This is old, yes. This is old. This is when I first, year one.
Okay.
Um, so, but look, working on some different things, some shirts, some hats, some socks, some pants. I'm working on that. That has been highly requested. And guys, I hear you. I promise, I hear you. I'm here. My thing is, I only get one shot at this.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, I haven't rushed anything because this is all we have. And I will not allow myself or anybody else ruin this platform because it's bigger than me. So
Indeed.
taking my time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, folks, we're sitting here with Miss Nikki Jenkins of the Black Mambas baseball team in San Antonio, Texas, and the founder of the Black Boys Play Baseball and Black Girls Play Softball Facebook groups. Uh, you got anything you want to run out of time? Do you got anything you want to highlight from either group before we go?
I don't thank you for your time. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me, Nikki Jenkins, on Facebook. Be in tune for more things to come this year for Black Boys Play Baseball and Black Girls Play Softball. Thank you.
Okay, now one more thing. Like, does a person need to be invited into the group, or can they just like find it and put themselves in?
No, you will have to be invited.
Okay.
Well, actually, you can go and find it. I apologize. Yes, you can go and find and invite yourself, but you must answer the security questions because I do have people that try to tear my group down every single day. So
Okay.
I look at each request and accept. I deny a lot too.
Ooh, I didn't think of the sabotage aspect of such a group. Hey,
Oh,
listen,
yes.
we're gonna have to do this again now that you bring that up because I just thought about something. But like I said, we're running out of time. We're gonna have to bring it before the season starts in earnest in the spring. We're going to have to bring you back on here. Are you game to do that?
I'm game. Just let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. There she is, y'all. Miss Nikki Jenkins, the founder of baseball, Black Boys Play Baseball and Black Girls Play Softball, two very high influential and very important Black family groups on Facebook, if you ask me. So, Miss Jenkins, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm glad we were finally able to get through this. And now that we got through it, like I said, it was definitely a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Same here.
No, thank you very much. And there we go. There we have it, folks. We're going to bring her back on. And but until then, everybody, y'all be well. Peace out.
Peace.